Buying properties by using a master lease agreement. Howdy there, YouTube. Thank you for watching Mentorship Monday. My name is Matt, and my company is the DeRosa Group. DeRosa Group, and I want to talk to you guys about Mentorship Monday. This is a program we have going on where people email questions to helpme@derosagroup.com. That is helpme@derosagroup.com, and me or somebody else from my team answers those questions right here on the YouTube channel for you and everyone else to learn from. So shoot us an email at helpme@derosagroup.com with a brief real estate question. We'll answer them right here. Today's question comes from Don, and my man Don has a question with regards to a master lease. So let me educate you, just tell you guys what my understanding of a master lease is with this little asterisk. Number one, I'm not an attorney. Number two, I'm not a real estate investor that has done a master lease, but I've seen it done, heard of it done, and I do my best to explain it and speak to you all about it today. So understand that I've not done any master lease deals, but I've heard of them, I've seen them, and I'll give you my take on it, okay? Sound good? All right. And I'm also not a lawyer or a CPA, as I said. So here's my take on a master lease. Don has a fourplex and a triplex lined up. So let's say that Don goes to the current owner and says, "Hi, Mr. Owner, here's what I'm going to offer you. I'm going to offer to rent these properties from you as a master lease, meaning I'm going to lease the entire property and I will assume everything with the property, including the tenants and including maintenance and repairs. And I might even offer you a triple net master lease, Mr. Owner, meaning I will pay your real estate taxes and your insurance, and I'll pay all the costs for the property. I'm just going to write you a monthly check for renting these properties from you in whatever condition that they're in, and it'll be a long-term master lease, hopefully several years in that." And then what Don does is the owner agrees, says, "Hey, that's a great deal. I don't have to deal with my tenants. I don't have to deal with any of the headaches of the property. I can just receive a monthly check from this guy Don, and hopefully that check that Don's going to send me covers my mortgage on the property, and I can maybe make a little bit of cash flow, or maybe the master lease rent amount if Don's smart, he'll offer them just about exactly what their mortgage payment is, so they get principal reduction, meaning their hopefully mortgage has a little bit of principal in there and it pays the debt off a little bit each month, but they don't make a ton of cash flow. And the reason that they don't need to make a ton of cash flow is because Don is going to handle everything else. He's going to, like I said, maybe he takes the real estate taxes, maybe he doesn't, maybe they still have to pay that, and if that's the case, then he would want to pay them a little more to cover that real estate tax expense. Depends on how he structures it. But in exchange for that, they get a guaranteed monthly check from our guy Don, and Don then deals with the tenants. They don't have to deal with the tenants. They have to deal with, tenant calls or late night maintenance emergencies or any of those kinds of headaches. Don takes care of all that. What Don does is he will go in, if Don's smart, but I think he is, what Don will do is he'll say, let's say all the units right now are paying $500 a month. Well, Don will go in and increase rents and maybe make some repairs on the property. You got to have a few bucks lined up out of your own pocket. So Don will come in out of his own pocket and invest in the property, get rents up, get tenants performing, do whatever he's got to do to increase the value of the property. And then Don will, before he does all that, he'll negotiate a buy price. Again, what you do is master lease for this much money, and at any point during the process, I can buy it for a price. So he says, okay, I'm going to buy it for this. I'm going to lease it for this. Now what you do is you come and you increase the value of the property over time while you're under control of the property by increasing rents and decreasing expenses and doing whatever else you're going to do. And then Don can either execute his right to purchase the agreement. Let's just say for conversation's sake, Don has the property lined up that he can buy it from the owner at any time for $200,000. Okay. Then he master leases the property, and then he goes and increases rents and reduces expenses, and the property becomes worth $300,000 because of the cap rate and because he's increasing the revenue on the property. So the revenue dictates the value by dividing it by the cap rate. We can go there if you want in another Mentorship Monday. But then Don's created a spread of $100,000, $300,000 versus his original price of $200,000, and Don can then flip that property to somebody else to buy his contract for $200,000 on the property. He can flip that to another person and make $100,000. Or he could, maybe if he's really slick, convince a bank to loan him the $200,000 to buy out the owner because the property's worth $300,000 without any money out of his own pocket. Or maybe he can get a private lender to loan to him the amount of money to $200,000, and then he can refinance that private lender out within a couple of months, something like that. A lot of options that Don has by having that equity spread in there, and he can, like I said, he can cash out, or he can try and find a way to keep the property. So it's a good deal, but you've got to have a solid business plan in place. You got to have an owner willing to play ball. You gotta a lot of things have to align for this to happen. The owner has to be willing to play ball with you, has to trust you that you're gonna keep making those monthly payments, and that you're gonna eventually close one day and give them the $200,000 that they want to get so they can get out of the property, right? And you've got to have enough bucks in your own pocket that you can come in and invest in the property and do the value add that you need to do, and upgrade units and upgrade common areas and upgrade the exteriors, and a few dollars in your pocket to weather the storm if the rents don't come in for a month or two, if you have to do some evictions or whatever. You got to be able to get through all that, and then you can create a lot of value. So that's my 2 cents on master leases. And I don't know if your current owner, Don asked me, can you show me, can I somehow take the current landlord's position in these by doing a master lease? Maybe, if they're willing to listen to you. Try this conversation. Hey, Mr. Owner, I see you're looking to sell. Would you be open if I were just to pay your expenses on the property and pay you a monthly check in exchange for renting the whole property from you? What if I just took the whole property over and sent you a monthly check, and you don't have to worry about anything? And then if they say yes, hey, that sounds great, how much is that check going to be? Then you've got them interested, and you can negotiate it from there. And you might have to lay a few dollars down as a deposit or as some means to show them some good faith. So anyway, that's it, Don. That's a great question. I hope you guys got some value there. I love talking about creative ways to do deals, the creative ways to finance properties and stuff like that. And a master lease is definitely that. So cool. Remember, help me at DeRosaGroup.com if you guys have questions that you want me to answer right here on YouTube. And as I always say, guys, thank you and have a very profitable week.